Greetings everyone. Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this, your November reading. Hey Sagittarius, this is your reading and you see in front of you an eclectic bunch of looking cards. It all looks a bit discombobulated, but what we are doing is using these three cards here, 1, 2 and 3, to shuffle to decide which deck we are going to use for the month. So I'm not that good at shuffling. I think most of you have already figured that out. I don't know why. I just can't get the hang of it. So let's see. I will be picking purely from the top card. I don't know now what order these are in. Let's see what deck we will be using with you. It's deck number 2, which is this one, the Rider-Waite. So we will move the others aside and I will shuffle for your intention. Just check we have them up the right way. We do. So we move into November, which is towards the end of the year, and it's a very good time to set intentions for the next year. So I often say this at the end of every year. If you start now focusing on your dreams, desires, aspirations, and also things that you want to get rid of in your life, this is a very good time to do so. So just while I shuffle here for Sagittarius intention, okay, 4 cards, guys. The 4 of Cups, the Magician, one of my favorites, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. And then at the very end, we are going to be doing one more card from this deck, which is the James Van Praagh Soul's Journey. Now this card is something for you to be aware of for the month and to perhaps focus on or meditate about and contemplate. It might be a card that helps you decide which way your intention setting is going to head as the year winds up. So this is for Sagittarius. Worry. I'll just shift that a little bit and wind it in so we can basically see everything. Okay, the first card relates to love and relationships. The second card is finances and career. The third card is home. And the fourth card is health. And the fifth card is something for you to be thinking about or aware of. Similar kind of pattern actually to Scorpios, who we've just done with a totally different set of cards. Number 1, the 4 of Cups, love and relationships. Well, this card is often considered about being ambivalent and not really that happy with where you are. So there might be something going on for some of you either in your love relationships or even in your general friendships around you that you're sort of going, I'm kind of not being satisfied. My needs aren't being met. I feel as if people aren't getting me or they're not digging me enough. So there's a feeling like there's people around you and there's offers, but you're not that happy with it. So sometimes this card tells us to be a little bit more open-minded and a bit more broad in our pickiness, if you like, in our judgment. It talks about allowing offers and new people and even current relationships to be open a bit more and not to cut them off quite so quickly. So often when we put up our own perspective of judgment or barriers or who or what we don't like, we stop the flow of allowing a relationship to either heal or to process. So somebody new might walk into your life and they might be quite keen on you and offer you, how would you like to be my friend, or gee, would you like to go out on a date? And you look at them and you go, oh God, he's not my type or she's not my type, I'm going to say no. But you may not give it a chance, and underneath what you first judge could be a very good relationship in the offering. So that's the main message with that card. Don't give away things too quickly. Let some form of interaction take place before you make firm judgments about who you're throwing out of your life or not allowing in. There's another thing too, that some of you actually do have quite a good life around you, your home, your friendships, your love relationships, and you're thinking it's not that good. But it's also saying to you, if that's the case, actually look a little closer and understand that the grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence. Oftentimes we'll hear stories from other people, going on about how wonderful their love life or their sex life is, or how fantastic their marriage is, or their partner or their family. But they're embellishing it. And it's quite often because they're jealous of what they think you've got. So just be very careful about judgment, especially for the month, I think, of November as we move through. Coming to your next card, the finances and career, is the Magician card. And before I go any further, you actually had two major arcana cards right next to each other, the Magician and the High Priestess. Now, both of those are cards of magic. They're cards of alchemy. So these cards allow situations in your life to be almost fused into another dimension and another stratosphere of energy, level, opportunities and abilities. So I think for you in November, there's a degree of magic around, which means that you have the ability to perhaps make big changes with things one way or another in your life. Now it's about you seeing the opportunities and understanding them and knowing when to take action. These things are given to us at moments in time, and then they can pass again, and they can be gone for months at a time, if not years at a time. So just be really awake in November at opportunities coming your way, because this card is opportunities and offerings. And these cards are telling you that some of them could be magical, and you've got to do something about it. So coming back to the Magician for finances and career, the perfect card. He's talking about magical new opportunities coming your way. So if this is finances, you may get a job where you have an increase of money. You may have a lucky month. You may have an inheritance. You may sell something and gain money. Your shares or stocks or investments may be profitable and prospering. You may meet someone who becomes a partner who is wealthy. You may separate and get your finances back and get your money back. There's 100,000 different ways that money and prosperous energies can come into our life. This is also covering off career. So there's opportunities here for your career to be prosperous, whether you get a promotion or a wage rise or a job, even if you've had no job. Whether you are noted in your job or given accreditation or pass exams or pass another stage of your career. It's all wonderful opportunities. It's one of my very favourite cards, because I'm a firm believer that when we start with a project in life, it starts off as something and manufactures itself, or alchemical processes turn it into the end product. It always starts off as a thought form and eventuates into something material anyhow. But along the way, you can make the magical choices of how it's going to go. So coming to your home sector, we see the High Priestess. There's more magic going on here. Now, she has a lot of interpretations in the card, ranging from sexual energy to psychic and deep spiritual knowledge and awakening energy. So for every one of you, this is going to be a different perspective or a different buzz that you get. Some of you might become more esoterically inclined, because Sagittarius is a very spiritual one of the signs in actual fact. You can be often very interconnected to spiritual and ethos, information and connection and energy and vibrations. So some of you might be traversing this area for the month of November. Some of you might find there's some sort of sexual chemistry going on, like a new person coming in where there's a great physical attraction, or in your own current home or your marriage with your partner or your long-term partner, there may be a resurgence of sexual chemistry or energy or activation. For some of you, there could be a very fertile period and conception of a child. There could be a child coming into your life or into your family as well. We see this new moon down here, or hints of the ecliptical moon. So this energy could have come from the time of August, or could be talking about the new moon energy in November. So for any of you trying for a child or conception, think of that time period and see if things work out for you that way. She talks very much about balance, black and white, definitely the Torah, spiritual knowledge, and the physical body, the female physical hormone cycle. So some of you might be coming in or out of maturity of sexual lifetime for ladies as well. That could be happening. There's a lot, as I say, with energy in that card, but it bodes well. It's active, it's new life, it's generous, it's knowledge, it's learning. It's a really positive, energetic card for the home card. The only thing I can think of about it is sometimes it can relate to hormonal energies. So for some of you, if you're having, like premenstrual tension, or you're really hormonal, or you feel as though your hormones are out of balance, it might pay to get that checked, because sometimes that creates disruption and disharmony in our relationships. So think of that one as well. We have the last card, which is your health card, and you've got the King of Wands. It's unusual to get, sort of a court card when we're thinking of health. So we have to look at what he could be insinuating. He is actually quite a fit person. He has lots of energy and creative energy. So your health could be coming under a period where you're feeling fired up, because of course he's a fire sign. So you might be getting, wow, I've got some sort of energy or ideas or creative passion, and I'm excited about life. So there could be a real flux of energy somewhere coming from you. This could be to do with even your health cycle. Some of you might be going, right, that's it. It's time for a change. I'm going to make a change here, a sudden, quick, fiery change about diet or exercise or things that you eat, or your philosophies around the health of your body. Some of you might jump into new belief systems, which she's tied to, around your health. You might suddenly take up healing. Some of you might become creative healers or health workers. So it bodes quite well. To me, it feels like there's a push in your physical and mental health. It feels as if you're getting a kick, like a fiery kick up the butt, or an awakening, or a push of positivity or energy coming. So I think we look at that from a positive way. Some of you could go to see this person, this King of Wands. So for some of you, he could be a person that you see, like a doctor or a practitioner of some sorts, who gives you knowledge, or you're paying him a visit. Now we come to this bottom card, which I said is one to think of for the month, and it says worry. And it says here, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. I love that card. I love the colours in it, especially that beautiful purple colour, which is very resonant with her energy. The third eye colour. It's the energy of, the third eye, the amethyst energy, the calming, the relaxing, the healing energy. There's also the beautiful blues and aquas through it as well. That's a really pretty mandala. So worry causes anxiety and depression. And it's so true. Worry doesn't change the outcome. If you are worried about an outcome, you need to sit down and take logical steps about how to solve it. Not just worry about it, because that does nothing other than decrease our energetic ability, decrease our creative flow. It decreases our desire and our ambitions. It makes us feel flaccid and yuck and I can't get out of bed today, and I can't see an end to this, and I don't know how to solve this, and worry is one of the worst vibrational energies we can experience. So if we can just say, okay, I can't fix it like this. I know that worrying isn't going to solve it. What I need to do is strategize a way to end it or move it on or move away from it. So I either need to sit down and figure out why I'm where I am and how to get out of it, or how to support someone else who's where they are and how to get them out of it. And then we've removed ourselves from worry into strategic planning, which has to take you into a positive place of moving forward. So there you are, Sagittarians. Thank you for joining me. I wish you a wonderful worry-free month ahead for November. And remember, if you do feel this, ponder upon it, try and work through it, and try and find positive ways to find the answers out of it. So thank you all for joining, liking and subbing. It's lovely to see you all. It's a pleasure to be part of your day when you choose to listen to my videos. And remember to look at your rising and moon signs as well, because hey, the decks could be very different than the one that we've used here. So thanks again, guys. Have a great month ahead. Much love. Namaste.